Explosive testimony and never-before-seen footage documenting one of the darkest days in our country's history.
A House committee unveiled its first in a series of primetime hearings last night on the January 6th U.S. Capitol attack. They spent nearly a year interviewing more than 1,000 witnesses. CBS News' Elijah Westbrook here with the stunning testimony from last night. Elijah?
Chris and Mary, we've really heard some emotional and gripping testimony last night during this rare primetime hearing. The Select House Committee conducting the investigation began laying out what it has learned so far about that chaotic day.
Donald Trump oversaw and coordinated a sophisticated 7-part plan to overturn the presidential election and prevent the transfer of presidential power.
The committee revealed video never before seen by the public.
I am not allowed to say what's going to happen today because everyone's just going to have to watch.
As it played, tears came down for Officer Harry Dunn, who helped defend the Capitol that day, and Sandra Garza, the girlfriend of Officer Brian Sicknick, who died the day after the attack.
What I saw was just a war scene.
The panel also heard testimony from U.S. Capitol Police Officer Caroline Edwards, who suffered a traumatic brain injury that day.
I saw friends with blood all over their faces. I was slipping in people's blood. I just remember that moment of stepping behind the line and just seeing the absolute war zone that the West Front had become.
The Select Committee says former President Donald Trump is at the forefront of a criminal conspiracy to defraud the United States. They played taped depositions by former Trump administration officials.
I made it clear I did not agree with the idea of saying the election was stolen and putting out this stuff, which I told the president was bull. I did not see evidence of fraud.
I respect Attorney General Barr, so I accepted what he was saying.
And I remember sharing with him that we weren't finding anything that would be sufficient to change the results in any of the key states.
Members of the far-right Proud Boys extremist group and members of the Oath Keepers, an anti-government militia group, have been indicted on seditious conspiracy charges. The committee believes the Proud Boys are the ones who spearheaded the attacks. The committee has interviewed over 1,000 witnesses, including some of former President Trump's family, but several of his allies have fought subpoenas, including House GOP leader Kevin McCarthy.
It is a smokescreen for Democrats to push their radical agenda.
Tonight, I say this to my Republican colleagues who are defending the indefensible. There will come a day when Donald Trump is gone, but your dishonor will remain.
Now, several days of hearings are planned. Right now, we know of the next 2, which are scheduled for this coming Monday and Wednesday. Mary?
Elijah Westbrook. Elijah, thank you.